A 10-euro bottle, no big budget, no celebrity endorsements, no IPL ads, no... And yet, by entering the kingdom of Coca-Cola and Pepsi, a small Indian brand built an 800-euro crore company. But that is not the most interesting part. The most interesting part is that the brand's name is Lahori Zira. And when people heard this name for the first time, one question came to everyone's mind. Is this a brand that came from Pakistan? Today, we will find that out, along with how profit is made on a 10-euro product. Why didn't Coca-Cola finish them off? And is this brand really in it for the long run? If you want to understand India's cold drink market, do one thing. Go to any shop and take a look. Coca-Cola, Thumbs Up, Sprite, Pepsi, Fanta, they look like different brands, right? But each one of them belongs to either Coca-Cola or Pepsi. For the last 3 decades, these two companies have collectively locked down India's entire cold drink market. Whichever local brand emerged, they either bought it or destroyed it. They bought Thumbs Up, they bought Limca, Gold Spa was finished. And on top of that, the government has imposed nearly 40% ST on cold drinks. Meaning making a profit is not easy anyway. In this market, a new company surviving was considered almost impossible. But in 2017, one guy decided to do exactly that. Saurabh Munjal, MBA degree, a good job in Singapore, a great salary, and one day he came home and said, "I will sell cold drinks." His family was shocked, and honestly, anyone would be. But Saurabh wasn't being emotional. He had a clear observation. He noticed that Coca-Cola and Pepsi always stuck to their own flavors. Cola, orange, lemon. But India's traditional drinks, Jaljeera, Shikanji, Ampana, Kalakatno, the company was paying attention to these. In China, local flavors sell more. Japan doesn't give up its traditional taste. Korea does the same thing. But in India, where language and food change every 150 kilometers, one thing is the same everywhere: a tangy, spicy taste. And people were getting that taste from street carts, in open glasses, in an unhygienic way. So imagine what would happen if that same taste was available in a clean, sealed bottle. This was Saurabh's idea. And in 2017, along with his 2 cousins, Saurabh Bhutna and Nikhil Doda, he started Archean Foods. The first product, Zira Masala Soda. They named it Lahori Zira. This is the most interesting part, because 10 euros sounds very small. But let's understand, a bottle sells for 10 euros. First, about 4 euro goes towards GST. Of the remaining 6 euros, the retailer takes 2 euros, the distributor 80 pays, and the superstockist 20, and the superstock. Now the company is left with about 3 euro, and from this they must cover the bottle, label, cumin, spices, gas, electricity, and transport. Seems impossible, right? But Lahori Zira has been profitable from the start, and maintains about a 15% margin. How? 3 reasons. First, in-house manufacturing. They didn't outsource production, giving them full cost control. Second, they set up plants near areas where demand was highest to minimal transport costs. Third, an advance payment model. Money never got stuck anywhere. Cash flow always remained clean. And when GST increased, they didn't raise prices. They reduced the bottle size from 200 milliliters to 160 milliliters. The 10 euro sweet spot remained intact. Now there was a decision here that seems very counterintuitive. As soon as a brand becomes popular, new flavors start launching. This is the old FMCG playbook. Lahori Zira didn't do that. In the beginning, just one product, just one flavor, just one focus. Why? Because more flavors mean more confusion, more inconsistency, and more manufacturing complexity. If you make only one product, the taste stays the same every time. The retailer only has to remember one name, and a single equation forms in the customer's mind. Cumin drink equals Lahori Zira. Always remember one thing. In the beverage business, it's not the product that wins, but availability. You might not find clean water, but you'll find Thumbs Up in every village. That is the power of distribution. Lahori Zira chose a different path here as well. Instead of big cities, they targeted small towns and districts because 70% India's population lives there, and 10 euros is affordable for them. The strategy was to fully saturate one district. Every grocery store, every roadside eatery, every bus stand. But how does a new brand find a distributor? The founders went out themselves. They went from shop to shop. They gave out samples. They had retailers taste it. When small orders started coming in, they showed proof to the distributor that the demand already existed. They kept a no-return policy. Sold goods could not be returned. This was a taboo in FMCG, but when the product is fast-moving, this is possible. The result, cash never got stuck, and distribution spread from one district to another. As soon as success was visible, 70 plus copycat brands entered the market. Same bottle, same flavor, same tenure. Big FMCG companies also launched their own cumin sodas. So will Lahori Zero be finished? No, and there are two reasons for this. First, the taste is not easy to copy. Seeing the ingredients is easy, but replicating the exact balance and feel is very difficult. To this day, no one has been able to copy Coke's taste. Secondly, for big companies, entering the Tenyo category is a risk to their own brand image. On the contrary, the more competitors that arrived, the more popular the category became, and along with the category, Lahori Zira grew bigger. In India, an average person drinks only 7 to 8 liters of cold drink in a year. In America, this is 100 liters. The world average is 45 liters. This means India's cold drink market has just begun. In FY 2025, Lahori Zira's revenue crossed 500 euro crore. The target for this year is 800 euro crore. In the peak season, 5 million bottles are sold in a single day. The brand has reached over 5 lakh retail outlets. It has a presence in 18 states. Now flavors like lemon, shikanji, and raw mango have also arrived. Expansion is starting in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. The story of Lahori Zira is not just the story of a cold drink. It is the story of a person who dared to enter a market where two giants had been ruling for the last 30 years. A street-side Jaljeera in a 10 euro bottle, and today, that bottle is an 800 euro crore company.